1, 2, 3.
Okay, I was a little bit before you, but I'll keep note of that. Rob, I'm a little bit before Kelso. Hop in, or just punch a lady. Just punch her. This is the Tesla coil. Nope, never mind. We're not doing that anymore. We're done with that. That's the old show. We're moving on to the new show, and the new show is called Kelso and Rob Unboxed. I didn't really have anything. I didn't have anything going for the intro besides pretending that it was comedians in cars stealing coffee, and that was it. So I'm really just flying by the seat of my pants right now.
We're out here in this desert land.
There we go.
It's pretty barren.
You don't even have to come with a segue. Fallout time. Let's talk about Fallout.
Let's talk about Fallout. So my initial impressions of Fallout are, after 20 hours of playing the game, it stinks when your save gets corrupt.
Yeah, that's a pretty spot on impression to have. That's a bummer.
But your experience has not been near as bad. And I restarted. It's been fine since I restarted. In fact, I know it may have been kind of my fault, but
what did you do?
On the Xbox One, you were supposed to just be able to just pop out to the dashboard anytime you want, and just put the game into or the Xbox One into sleep mode or whatever.
Right.
And so I did that, and I came back into it, and everything was completely correct. So I would assume that's a bug that they're going to need to fix to be more compatible or something like that. But I've been saving and completely exiting out of the game, and it's been fine. So tell me, Rob.
That's weird, though, because I've been doing that on the PlayStation. Maybe I should stop.
Yeah, you should probably stop. So tell me, how good is Fallout 4?
So
how much are you enjoying it?
It's Fallout 3 levels of good. I missed my opportunity to jump this sweet train. It's super, super good. I mean, I don't know. It's funny because I think people were expecting it to be like a game changer, but it's Fallout 3 with some Fallout New Vegas thrown in there, plus, new generation, and you got the game. You got Fallout 4. So it's like not going to convince you to like Fallout if you didn't like the last one. Oh, I can't drive this thing. It's totally going to be fun if you do like the previous Fallout games. And I don't know how else to expand on it. Beyond that, I've just been getting lost in that world, which is what Bethesda games are best at.
Right. How far are you in the main story? Have you gotten a lot done, or are you just mostly wandering?
Mostly wandering. I've gotten to Diamond City, and that's about it.
That's interesting. And how many hours is your save game at?
I need to check. I don't actually know. I want to guess it's got to be over 20, but I don't know for sure. I think I'm going to get out of this one. I don't think you're going to be able to chase me down. I think I've got...
Yeah, you might.
I'm going to toy with you is what I'm going to do. Come on.
That's fine. I'll chase you. I'm going to... it looks like I'm chasing you. I should try and get this thing in the pickup of your truck. Good luck.
It's a fun game. I mean, there's a lot to like. The base building is really surprisingly fun.
Yeah, much more fun than I anticipated it being. Which I wonder if they were kind of getting people prepped for that concept with Fallout Shelter.
Oh, 100%. That top bar with your food and your health and your power, like that's all from that. So that's cool because they didn't really hint that on that, I don't think. I think it was just like, here's this ancillary game that we're throwing out there.
And no, you don't need to play any of the others to understand this one. If you've played the others, it complements I mean, like,
their references.
They talk about the FEV or something like that. You're going to know what it is. But if not, Fallout 4 is going to go ahead and explain it to you at some point anyway.
Right. They're built to be standalone games. There's just so much lore. It's so great. That's the best part. My love of Bethesda games is that they are able to tell a story without characters or dialogue or anything. I'm just following you, by the way. I don't know where you're going.
Oh, okay.
It's their ability to take a room and in that room put a couple of skeletons and maybe a piece of paper with a note on it, and by strategically placing props and bodies, like, they can tell a story. Like, so this isn't a spoiler because it doesn't involve the main story at all or even a side quest or anything like that. It's purely it is purely just like a little side room. But I'm walking around the city. I think I'm in Boston, like proper, like the actual city. And it's like a country club. I don't know if you've been to this room.
Nope, I haven't.
So it's like a private country club. And I get up there, and I get to the second floor, and there are no enemies. There's nothing really to kill. No NPCs. Just a bunch of skeletons sitting in chairs, on the floor. It just looks like just massacre of skeletons. And a bunch of drinks and cigars laid out. And I joked, I was like, oh, did they all just like commit suicide and drink drink the punch or something, the Kool-Aid? And then you go behind the counter and there's a computer and you find out that this was like a very high-scale exclusive gentleman's club before the war. And it was for like congressmen and businessmen or people willing to pay a ton of money. And you read through these logs that essentially they knew that the world was going to end and that nuclear war was about to happen. And they all decided to meet up, have one last party where they would all just leave the world together. And like I had thought, just drink the Kool-Aid and poison themselves. And it's like, it took me 10 minutes maybe total to go through the whole area, and it told this story without a single NPC, a single line of dialogue, just with a computer, with strategically placing a bunch of stuff. And it was cool because it built up the world to me in a way that, you know, a cutscene never would be able to. And it made the world feel that much more real, and there was no XP involved or anything like that. And that's just what they're great at. That's all throughout the game. You can find so many examples of that.
One of the things that struck me about this game, when I played Fallout 4, it very much so felt like a video game, felt like something that, you know, it looked very video gamey, it felt very video gamey, and can I get in there with you?
Yeah, sure. Just don't drive into my butt like that.
I'm just trying to. And this is the first Fallout game where I have legitimately felt for the people in the post-apocalyptic universe. Like, I legitimately am sad.
Sorry, Kelso. Sorry.
Wow. Thanks.
Sorry, not my fault. Oh, you're alive. I gotta go. The cops want me. I'm sorry. I'll come and get you. Looks like they got you anyway. So,
this is the first world where I've just, as I'm going through, the main character, what happens to the main character, whether you're male or female, it's a similar scenario. It made me sad.
I mean, he just drops his iPhone, it shatters. He could just get it replaced.
I know. But it's really bad. Apple is really prominent.
There's no Apple care in the post-apocalyptic world.
But I don't want to spoil the beginning of the game too much, but it made me very sad for that character and his motivation to do what he's doing. Mm-hmm. I think it will become much more prominent as you play through the main quest, but I was just like, sat and was just like, is this really what's happening? And it's just very interesting to see how they bring you from
I'm getting you, Kelso.
The path.
Get in. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, thanks. Jerkfish mowed you down, literally, with a blade.
I'm out of here again. Bye. Sorry, continue.
It made me feel so... I feel motivated to explore the... Oh, what did you do?
I blew up.
Oh, that happened.
Let's make this constructive.
Get away from the store.
What don't you like?
I don't like the inventory system.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like the sheer amount of junk.
Oh, I like...
In Fallout 3, you could take everything from everybody you ran across and find somewhere to sell it eventually. And you should. In this game, not so much.
But you can. Well,
you can.
Sell, no, but use, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you can scrap it. You can put it in your workbench and use it to base build. You can modify your weapons, modify your armor, use other pieces to make better pieces. That's really good. Why am I here by this game?
I'm going to pick you up.
Yeah, I'm going to get out of here. Are you in the helicopter?
Here I am.
Yes. So, I like that part, but if you played Fallout 3 and you played Fallout New Vegas, or even Skyrim and Oblivion for that matter, you could always just take everything. Mm-hmm. And yeah, you get over encumbered, you drop a little bit of junk, but you would always find new, better stuff pretty quickly, or be able to sell it for caps. In this game, the vendors are a little bit harder to come by, especially initially. And I have so many Raider leather chest pieces I was like, what do I do with all of this? And they want you to take it, but the problem is, and I think this is where they should have balanced it a little bit more, and they try to do that with your companions and allowing them to carry stuff for you, is I go through the car dealership, the car manufacturing plant, the Corvega plant or whatever, and I go in there almost empty, and I'm halfway through the thing, halfway through looting it, and my companion is full, and I am full, and I have no more space.
Oh, your companion
I'm just like,
fill up? That makes sense.
Yeah, no, they can. If you give a dog meat like 3 or 4 miniguns, he can't carry anything else.
What kind of dog can't carry 5 miniguns?
Yeah, exactly.
What a useless dog. Come on, I'm trying to cut this guy up.
I'm watching this. It's pretty amazing.
I hit him, but I didn't cut him up.
Yeah. Is he dead?
There we go. Oh, nice.
All right.
Sorry.
So I don't like the inventory system. I think managing it is still very, very clunky. Is it better than what Bethesda's done in the past? Yes. I like how everything stacks properly. I like how the menus for it are quick.
Well, here's the thing. I was about to point out that what I don't like is that things don't stack as neatly as they used to because armor and weapons are now custom named based on their modifications.
Right.
And so, like you said, you have all the leather armor you have. Like in Fallout 3, I would have leather armor parentheses 8. Now I have like boiled leather armor or brown leather armor or insulated leather armor or lead line. And it gives me this illusion that like they're all of a certain value that I need to hold on to them and figure it out, when really I just need one leather armor and I need to lose the others and figure out. And because they're all named that way, they're all spread out in your inventory, and so it's not as easy to compare with you know, it's easy to compare with what you're currently wearing, but not as easy to compare with other items in your inventory.
Right. The crafting stuff is very good. It's a very welcome addition. It makes things much more interesting. Like, you can take, if you have a pistol you really, really love, you can take that thing and make it even better. You can put a scope on it and it works. I mean, I was like just desperate to get some distance on a couple of characters, and I don't have a parachute.
Come on!
Yeah, I'm about to splat. I'm dead.
Let's see if I can get back in the helicopter.
That would be amazing.
That was like a Grand Theft, not a Grand Theft Auto, that was a Battlefield trick I used to do. You could bail out of a plane and then get back in again.
Right.
Nope,
what don't you like about the game?
That was the biggest thing for me, is I don't like the naming convention for loot in the inventory. I agree that the inventory is super clunky and managing that can be tough. I don't like... A good point that you pointed out is like the game never had a like really good tutorial system outside of combat and moving around,
I agree.
which worked for Fallout 3 because once you got out of the vault, you knew how to do most everything and you were just on your own. But now there's this whole added element of base building that they just don't really explain at all. There's so much minutia to it that they need to pick up on and teach you.
Once you get follow the main quest line, some people come back to your town of Sanctuary, and there is a character, Sturgis, I think.
Yeah, I've spoken to him.
He will give you some quests, and I think that those quests he gives you, hey, would you put up some beds? Hey, would you find some water, some food, some turrets? Those are the tutorial, and that's about as deep and as far as it goes.
Which is a problem because the complexity of the power in a town is what's worth a tutorial in that game. Like compared to like I can put together that I need a bed to get people to sleep in there, and you know I need food so that they can get my food bar up. But like how does power distribution work, and you know how much copper does each cable need, and I don't know, stuff like that just seems like they should have included it. And it's
I don't disagree with you. I don't know at the end of the day how much it's going to really matter. It's obviously a great game. It's reviewed well. It's going to be game of the year for most people.
Sold like crazy.
One thing I do appreciate about it is the gunplay is very, very good.
Oh, it's much better.
I don't feel the need to use VATS all the time. I do use VATS off and on, but if I'm just dealing with a group of raiders and there's nothing like, I don't have a guy with a fat man dropping nuclear explosions behind me, I'm like, oh, I'm just going to shoot him and we're going to be fine. Like the scope, if you have a good gun with a scope, you can kill guys from forever away. It is very, very nice. In fact, the gunplay reminds me a lot of how good Destiny's gunplay is. I think it's probably...
There was an article saying that they sort of modeled their gunplay after Destiny.
Yeah, it feels like Destiny, especially with the smaller weapons like your pistols and such. And so I'm just like, yeah, this is really good.
Want to be playing it right now and should be playing it right now.
So we should wrap things up. We're gonna get back into this. It'll be every other week. I think we're gonna stick with that schedule. So I'll be next week. I'll be at GameCon in Atlantic City, New Jersey.
Ooh, the beautiful Atlantic City.
Yeah, I don't know, whatever Paradise Resort. I've never been
there.
I'm hoping I see Snooki. That's really what
you want to see Snooki at Atlantic City. I don't know if she goes there. That's more like a Northern Jersey thing.
Yeah, I want to see the people from Jersey Shore just hanging out there at the bar somewhere.
Well, I wish you the best of luck with that.
Anyway, guys, have a great week.
And next time we'll be playing something different. It won't be GTA again.
If you have any suggestions for good co-op games that we could play,
tell us what it is and tell us why is it Fallout.
Yeah.
I'm going into the ocean.
All right.
I'm in the ocean now. We hope you enjoyed the first episode of Kelso and Rob Unboxed. If you want to hear longer versions of these videos, you should head on over to Mr. Kelso's HITBOX channel. That's hitbox.tv/Mr. Kelso, Mr. with an MR. We actually live stream the episodes when we're recording, and the recordings will sometimes go anywhere from an hour to 2.5 hours long. We cover all sorts of topics, and we discuss them at length. So you can get the full thing there live every other weekend. And while we're not doing it right this moment, we are looking into setting this up also as a audio-only podcast so that you could listen to it that way as well. Let us know what you think about Fallout, whether you're enjoying it or you're not. Thanks again for watching. Have a great week, and hope to see you in 2 weeks for the next episode of Kelso and Rob Unboxed.